Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Now in the previous video we talked about how to persist data using MySQL container and we did a verification of it. And this last and final part of our project, we are looking at how to configure the deployment of the two containers that we created, the container for the app and container for the MySQL server, and how to deploy it using Dockercompose. So I have a few steps written in here. First, define services for both containers, the NodeJS app and the MySQL. We already set up a network, so we add it to our Dockercompose file, and then we will map our ports and volumes, and then we will start the Dockercompose service, and then we will try to verify it at the end. So without wasting much time, let's go back to our terminal. By the way, this is our application. Before we even deploy using Dockercompose, tap these two containers that are already running from part 2. So let's use docker stop, then the container ID to stop the container, and then of course we will do same for the MySQL container. Docker ps will reveal that there's no container running currently. Alright. So if you look at our module, you have Dockerfile, README, and other stuff in here. Okay. To create your Dockercompose, you're gonna create a file called compose.yaml. So let's CI into it. Currently empty. Okay. Alright, now to write our compose file, we need information from when we run the following Docker containers. Okay. This one is the to-do app container. This is a command we use to run it on the terminal. And this is a command we use to run the MySQL container on the terminal. Starting with the to-do, we forward ports from 3000 to 3000. You set your working directory is /app. Set your volume, present working directory, you mount it to app in the container. And then you specify the network that we created. We created a to-do app network. And then you provide some environment variables for MySQL. But here you need to specify your DB that we created. Remember, we created a database to do app DB. And then our Docker image is to do app. And then we use shell script to run the Docker image. And then for the MySQL container, same network. We gave it a network alias of the host for the MySQL container, which is MySQL. And then you attach the volume. And then, of course, our password is secret. And then the database is to do app DB, which is the same as this right here. And of course, we are using MySQL 8.0. So based on this, we will write our Dockercompose file. For Dockercompose, you need to specify services. Now, services is each one of this is a service. This is a service. This is another service. So we have two services here. All right. And so our services, we have the app, and then we have MySQL, another one as a service. For the app, our image is to do app. Paste it there. Command. We are running this shell command. Now watch for the indentation. Okay, it's very important. Now, ports, forwarding the ports 3000 to 3000. Working directory, working _ dir. Of course, our working directory is /app. Volume. By the way, all of this information is right here. This is the port. This is the working directory. The volume is pwd to app. Okay. The present working directory is the same as /. We are mounting it to /app, which is exactly the same as this. And then we need to take care of these environment variables. Okay, so that's for all 4 environment variables, right? So again, the same format. By the way, the volume should be volumes. In Dockercompose, after you specify the services, the last thing we need to define is the volumes. Here is going to be to do MySQL data. All right, I'm going to get rid of all this stuff. this should be like that. Okay, save this. Now if I cut my compose file, yeah, so our Docker compose looks like that. Before we run our compose file, just be sure to check Docker PS there's no containers running. To run both containers at the same time, type Docker compose app. If you want to run it in detached mode, just give it /d. If you also want to see what is going on, just do Docker compose app. Service app volumes must be a list. Oh yeah, I made an error here. A list is indicated by the / there. I need to correct that. The volume. Okay, so you need to put a slash in front of it like that. Okay. Display it again. Alright, so if you do Docker compose app, this will start creating your containers. Okay, both of them. Okay. Docker PS. I exited out of it, so I just wanted to show you the output that you could get. So I'm just going to run Docker compose app command again, this time in detached mode. You can see both containers have started working. Right. Now, when you do Docker PS, you see both containers working. If you like to, you can look at the logs of our Docker compose. See the Docker compose logs, -f flag. This basically will follow you through the logs. There's a lot of things going on here, but you can at least see where the connections were going on. It's tried earlier, it didn't work, and then it was able to connect it right here. And so it's connected to MySQL hosts. Since both of them are working, if you refresh this, it's gonna be working. Let's add some items. So red item, green, blue, yellow, arts, songs, and then I'm gonna check MySQL to be sure that all these items that I defined are actually there. So I use docker exec interactive mode, and then MySQL ID is right here. Yeah, that's the ID. Okay, and the name is MySQL. I'm using the user root, and then we'll ask for a password, and we are looking at a database to do app db. Our password, remember, is secret. I will type it, but you will not see me type it. But when you press enter, you will get in there. Show databases. Remember to terminate each command in there. See, that's our database. To see what's actually in there, use this SQL command select star from to do underscore items. Terminate it. And you see the items that we entered right here, all of it here. Okay. Okay, let's exit it. I'm gonna try to stop the to do app container. Docker stop that. That's stopped. Docker PS, only the MySQL container is running, right? So this will not be working. But if you go back into the MySQL container like we did earlier, the password secret, show databases, select star from to do underscore items, terminate it. See that all the information we entered earlier is still there. So our data is persistent even though our application is not reachable because I've stopped the container. Okay, so that is how you would use Docker Compose to deploy our application successfully. Okay, gonna exit out of this. All right, tear everything down. Use Docker Compose down, and all the applications that you deploy using Docker Compose will go down. You see, they've been removed. All right, So docker ps will reveal that no container is running. But there is something else I need you to note. Whenever you do docker compose down to tear down every container, this does not automatically remove the volumes that are attached. Okay. So if you really want to remove the volumes as well, then you need to add the dash volumes flag, okay, to your docker compose down command, just to get rid of the volumes and the containers, everything together. All right. So I'm gonna stop here. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel for more project-based DevOps video like this on YouTube. See you in the next one.